Well, it's such a relief, right, that this political season that we find ourselves in is one that's just not full of very much drama, very steady. Oh, wait. No, actually, it's even crazier than we could have ever imagined. How do we keep ourselves sane in the midst of it? There's at least three things that I'm trying to get into my head and down into my heart. First of all, take solace in sovereignty. Look, the doctrine in the Bible of God's sovereignty can be really challenging. It can be controversial. But I think there's also a deep comfort found in it. We cannot make sense of it fully, of course. There's tons of mystery, but realizing that when our world, political or otherwise, feels like there's just so much chaos, there is solace to be found. We can steady our lives with this sense that God is in control and that he is good and gracious. Take solace in sovereignty. Secondly, prioritize people over politics. This is something, of course, you see all over the Bible, but there's something about this sphere of life, the oddity of it, that people that we don't even know online, we can post incredibly mean-spirited comments about their views, or maybe even especially people that we care about, that we're close to. It can be so divisive. Isn't it possible, I certainly think it is, that equally devoted Christians can arrive at very different political conclusions without that being a referendum on the earnestness of their faith? Jesus prioritized people by saying, look, right up there with loving God, with everything that makes us up as people, is loving our neighbors, loving one another as ourselves. Let's prioritize people over politics. And then finally, lean in to our ultimate loyalty. Look, when the New Testament says, as it does repeatedly, that Jesus Christ is Lord, that was a provocative statement in that first century socio-political environment, because the Roman emperor, Caesar Augustus, had declared himself to be Lord, divine status. And so when we're saying Jesus Christ is Lord, it's a way of putting our stake in the ground, driving it deep into our own heart and saying, look, for all of our affinities and even loyalties that we may have in the political sphere and otherwise, they should pale by comparison to the loyalty that we have, if we would consider ourselves Christians, for Jesus Christ. And it's not just loyalty, is it? Because we know that this one who is Lord also is our Savior, that he served us, that he loved us literally to death. And therefore, it's not merely that we're leaning into Jesus as our ultimate loyalty, but our deepest love. These are the kinds of things that I'm trying to keep in my mind and drive deep into my heart this season. I hope they're helpful for you as well.